I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to the Operation Freedom Health and Wellness show that Dr. Peter Glidden, one of the top naturopathic physicians in our country, if not the world, and myself, Dr. Dave Janda, an allopathic physician, orthopedic surgeon by trade in the past, as well as director of the Institute for Preventative Sports Medicine. This is a series we have put on for over 4.5 years, much to the chagrin of the medical industrial complex. By that I mean big pharma, big medicine, big insurance, big government. Why do they despise what we do? Because we focus on you and the empowerment of you and your own health, and not relying on big pharma, big medicine, big insurance, or big government. Today's topic, and boy is it timely based on everything happening in the world, is the whole body approach. That's one of our focuses with this platform. The whole body. The whole body approach for mental health. Dr. Peter Glidden is one of the top, as I mentioned, naturopathic physicians in our country, if not the world. He is a clinical researcher. He is a great author. His 2 books, Everybody is Sick and I Know Why, and Attempt to Cure with Holistic Medicine, are must-have for your health foundation to have at home. Great reference books. His websites, drglidden.com and leavebigpharmabehind.com. It's my honor to welcome back Dr. Peter Glidden. Pete, welcome back.
Dave, it's a pleasure. Here we are at the beginning of the end.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's bad. Every day you wake up and you go, well, it can't get worse today. And it does. Which is actually a good lead into our topic, the whole body approach for mental health. Because, Pete, with everything happening in the world, boy, do we need a tune-up, every one of us, on our mental health.
So look, here's the deal. There's a lot of misunderstanding in the world about medicine generally, and about holistic medicine specifically. One of the biggest disconnects is this idea of you have to treat the body, mind, and the spirit. And it's not like that. It is like that, but it's not like that. It's improper languaging. So as far as naturopathic doctors are concerned, we generate therapeutics based on our understanding of natural law. The emphasis on the word law, which is inviolate, like gravity. It exists whether you believe it does or you don't believe it does. It's a law. So there are natural laws which are at play here as they affect how human beings operate, healthily or with a lack of health. And everything is always connected all of the time. So everything that a naturopathic doctor does is a holistic treatment, which affects the body, mind, and the spirit, because you can't not do that. Well, you can. Allopathic medicine does it all the time, but in naturopathic medicine, you can't not do that, because this is, in fact, what we do. This is where the term holistic came, and by the way, it's holistic with a W, not just an H, because it's not about the hologram. It's about the whole system. So when you apply the therapeutics properly, you have a smorgasbord effect. You affect the entire symphony of the human being. And it's important that we do it this way, because when you do it this way, you get a much more robust clinical experience. I'll read you a testimonial that we just got the other day. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, major anxiety and depression 3 years ago. I would have manic episodes where I wasn't sleeping. I'd literally be awake for 2 to 4 days.
Wow.
My body would then crash, and I would be in bed for weeks. I couldn't go outside of the house to get the mail, let alone function in society, because I was so messed up. I was in and out of the hospital every 2 to 3 months. I was on so many different meds it made me feel like a zombie. I've got 2 young kids. They were trying to deal with the fact that I couldn't function. My husband and my kids were constantly on edge, afraid of what would happen. And during one stay in the hospital, the doctors told me, or told my husband, that there wasn't much more that they could do in short of committing me to a full-time psychiatric hospital. Then about a year ago, I met someone who knew a doctor who could help me. I was reluctant to contact him, but my husband reminded me we didn't have a damn thing to lose. Mm-hmm. So I contacted the doctor and was started on the 90 essential nutrients, period. That's all that this woman did, the 90 essential nutrients plus the dietary change. There was no extra add-ons for depression. There was no extra add-ons for anxiety. There was no extra add-ons for bipolar. It was just take these nutrients, clean up your diet. After using the formula for 2 weeks, I stopped taking my narcotic sleeping pills. After 3 months, I cut the rest of my meds in half. I was feeling great. 6 months later, I was off all of my meds. A year ago, they wanted to commit me, and now I feel great, and I'm off all of my medications. Now, how was this accomplished? Because it's not flipping rocket science. The human body is inhabited by a spiritual force. In naturopathic medicine, we refer to this as the vital force. Mm-hmm. And it's intelligent. Body knows how to fix itself. Body wants to fix itself. Body's trying to fix itself, but it needs help. Ooh, there go the balloons.
It's celebrating. It's celebrating that woman's condition.
Really
currently.
Great. Yeah. I'm a magician.
You are. In more ways than one. Keep going.
So the human body wants to fix itself. It's trying to fix itself. We don't need to micromanage brain chemistry. We don't need to micromanage the immune system. We don't need to micromanage the neurological system. We just need to give the body the stuff it needs, counsel people to stop eating food that's hurting them, and then phase 3, which this woman hasn't done yet, detox. Mm-hmm. When you do those 3 things, guess what? The body, if you've intervened in time enough, the body rallies and fixes itself. Why? Because it can, and it wants to. And this is our whole body treatment of mental and emotional disorders. We give the body the stuff that it needs to fix itself. We get out of the way. We keep our fingers crossed, and we see how far back the body bounces. It's really that simple. We've got hundreds of testimonials like this. Mm-hmm. The first thing to consider here is that in order for the brain to function properly, the liver has to function properly. Mm-hmm. This is a very interesting thing to talk about because the human body is a battery. The stomach supplies the acid, the bones provide the base, the brain is the positive pole, the liver is the negative pole. So if you want to mess the brain up, mess the liver up. Mm-hmm. This is why dementia and Alzheimer's is on the rise, mm-hmm. because statin drugs mess the liver up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They cause inflammation in the liver, mm-hmm. number one. And not only is there inflammation in the liver, but the inflammation is targeted at the part of the liver that makes cholesterol. So you get liver inflammation, which messes up the circuitry in the body and messes up brain function. And then you limit the amount of free cholesterol that's available. And oh, by the way, 95% of the part of the brain that's affected by Alzheimer's is made from cholesterol. Mm-hmm. So you reduce the raw materials that the brain needs to stay healthy. You cause inflammation in the circuitry by irritating the liver, and the brain can't function. And so dementia and Alzheimer's go through the roof. It's really not rocket science. So in order to have a healthy brain, you have to have a healthy liver. In order to have a healthy liver, you have to have the 90 essential nutrients and a good diet. Mm-hmm. And that's really the best place for people to start. Mm-hmm. And it seems so simple.
It does.
That, people are like, come on. You're pulling my leg. Come on. Too good to be true. Well, mm-hmm. It's not too good to be true. It's good to be true. And it's even better to pay attention to natural law.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's sorely lacking in the conventional medical theater, is they've abandoned natural law.
Well, and this is the most cost-effective means, no matter, in this case, mental health, but any type of overall health. Look, the diet aspect. We have a free video at OperationFreedomHealth.com. The 12 bad foods. Free. It's there. The 90 essential nutrients. It's the most cost-effective way through the foundation pack because it's the most bioabsorbable ways to absorb these 90 essential nutrients in the most cost-effective manner. Pete, and again, available, full disclosure, purchase the products on OperationFreedomHealth.com, such as the foundation pack, the 90 essential nutrients, does benefit our platform so we can keep doing these videos. So, but Pete, is that an overstatement? That the foundation pack is the most cost-effective way to get these 90 essential nutrients and to enhance one's mental health and overall health because of the bioavailability aspect of it?
Well, the answer is unequivocally, resoundingly yes. Years ago, this was a long time ago, so don't quote me on the numbers, but these numbers are close. I did a breakdown of all the stuff that's in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, all of the ingredients, the milligram amounts, microgram amounts, all of the stuff that's in the Beyond OsteoFX liquid, all of the stuff that's in the EFAs, and all of the stuff that's in the plant-derived minerals.
Those are the 4 components of the foundation pack. Okay.
All of it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Then we went to the health food store
Mm-hmm.
and picked stuff off of the shelf, which would give us all of the stuff that's in the foundation pack.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, we couldn't find all of the stuff that's in the foundation pack because the only mineral supplement that came even close had 20% of the minerals that are in the plant-derived minerals. So number one, we could not accomplish this over the counter.
Mm-hmm.
But the other stuff that we did cobble together came out to something north of $350. And it was over 200 capsules.
Oh, a day.
A day.
A day.
Yeah, a day.
Mm-mm.
And
Not
number
gonna
one,
happen.
nobody's going to do that.
No.
And number two, the money is too much. I mean, it's a car payment, for goodness sake.
Right.
So in every aspect of this is a much more effective and efficient way to get the nutrients that your body needs into your body, and that's why I'm an advocate of it. Look, man, I've been doing this for 35 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and I have access to nutritional supplements that most people haven't heard of because you can only get them if you're a doctor, and that's what my profession specializes in. I mean, we wrote the book on medical nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use any nutritional supplement I want.
And also have people where they have to come to you to get a prescription for it. Right?
I used to work for one of these companies. They were just bought out by I think it was Nestle,
No.
and the quality control tanked.
Yeah.
But that's another story. That's an interesting story because that's happening in the alternative medicine world, the nutritional medicine world.
Mm-hmm.
The pharmaceutical industry and big multinational companies are buying up vitamin companies that myself and my colleagues used to like. These were the sheet anchors of our practice. These companies were good. They had integrity, the quality was good, the control was good, the products were good, the formulas were good, it was good stuff. And now, not so much, because, you know, when you're bought out by a big multinational, it's all about the bottom line, not about the quality of the product. So, but my point is that I can recommend anything, but I don't.
No.
Why? Because the 90 essential nutrients is the best combination of nutritional supplements I've seen ever in 35 years, and I've seen most of it. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen most of it. And nothing even comes close. I mean, the liquid calcium is over 95% absorbable, which is a game changer in and of itself. So no matter which way you shake it, this is a good thing. And because it's comprehensive, it has an overarching effect on every aspect of the body, which is the holistic method. Everything's connected.
Yes.
You don't have to micromanage your brain chemicals.
No.
You just have to give your body the stuff it needs, stop consuming inflammatory foods, get the hell out of the way, and see how far back you bounce. It's not rocket science.
And Pete, the other side of this is these pharmaceutical companies that push, oh, there's this medication for your mental health issues, as, for example, that woman you were speaking about. The side effects, like she said, made her like a zombie. Pete, the side effects of the foundation pack and changing your diet as outlined in the 12 Bad Foods video. Pete, what would be the side effects, the negative side effects of the foundation pack and adhering to the elimination of the 12 bad foods? What would be the negative side effects of that, Pete?
Having to find new friends because the people that you hang out with are going to get sick and tired of you telling everybody how healthy you are and how good you feel and how better you're sleeping, and they're not going to want to hear it anymore. There's only one side effect, a real side effect, and it only happens. It's not a side effect of the medicine. It's a pathognomonic symptom, which is generated by an unhealthy digestive tract. It's loose stool. So the liquid calcium can produce in a percentage of people who take it loose stool, but it's not the liquid calcium that's doing it, because if it was, then everybody who took it would have loose stool. But if you take that product and you get loose stool, it's an indication that your digestive tract is in trouble and needs a lot more help than you thought it did. So we just modify the dose and the loose stool goes away, and then we put you on a program to fix the digestive tract, and Bob's your uncle. There are no net negative side effects from this. There are none. Zero, nada, niet.
So interesting. This past week, my daughter got married, and we were doing some work for the wedding, and one of the people at the venue where we had the wedding came up to me and said, "Sir, can I ask you a question?" Sure. You have a lot of energy. I mean, you're out there lifting stuff with the young guys to move stuff around, and where do you get all your energy from? I said, well, there's something I take every morning, and on days that I think are going to be a little bit more stressful than others, like your daughter getting married, I actually take a couple doses of this, and this is what I take. And this guy looks at me and goes, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "I take no prescription medication." I go, "I used to have arthritic symptoms where I was taking like 2, and they wanted to put me on 3 pharmaceutical grade anti-inflammatories, but I take none of that now. Ever since I, within a couple weeks, started on this program." And the guy looked at me and he goes, "You're kidding, right?" I go, "No, I'm not." And you're right, Pete, when you say, the only side effect of taking this stuff is telling people, I mean, I don't volunteer, but it's when they come up to me and they say something, and it's very true. That's not an overstatement that you said earlier.
Yeah, it's because everybody's been socialized believing you can't do that.
Right.
See, that's one of the reasons why everybody is sick.
And you know why.
I know why.
Yeah.
It's reality by consensus, right?
Right. That's right.
So the only medicine your insurance pays for is pharmaceutical medicine.
Right.
The only medicine they do research on at your university is pharmaceutical medicine.
Because they got a nice grant from the pharmaceutical company.
The only medicine they make TV shows about is pharmaceutical medicine.
Because they advertise on that TV show.
The only medicine you see TV commercials about is pharmaceutical medicine.
That's exactly it.
So people look around and they say, son of a bitch, pharmaceutical medicine is everywhere all the time, therefore it must be better than everything else.
Oh.
But the only reason it is everywhere all the time is because we haven't had a free medical market since 1912. It was a hostile takeover of the medical marketplace, and we have been underneath the heel of that jackboot for 108 years. People are not aware of this. And so this is why I really look forward to coming onto this platform, because just for that one little tidbit of information, it's going to wake up a handful of people. They're going to pop out of the matrix.
Yep.
They're going to start looking around and looking for alternatives. Mm-hmm. And honest to God, David, one of the only reasons that my profession still exists, and we're hanging on by a wing and a prayer, man, is because of results.
Yes, right. Success.
I've got a colleague. He lives in Arkansas now. He moved from Hawaii because he couldn't handle the politics. He's treated over 1,000 autistic kids successfully. Over 1,000. Mm-hmm. Successfully. Mm-hmm. And he's now living in a state that doesn't license nor regulate the medicine that he was trained in. And that's just not right.
No, it's not.
And, here we are. Doing the best that we can,
mm-hmm.
educate people, and
mm-hmm.
this is where the rubber hits the road, folks. So we've got lots of videos. They're free at operationfreedomhealth.com. The products are all at operationfreedomhealth.com. And if you want to take a deep dive into the wonderful world of science-based, clinically verified naturopathic medicine with details,
mm-hmm.
then go to leavebigpharmabehind.com. Become a subscriber, and I will hold your hand and walk you right through the steps that you need to take to extract yourself from the conventional medical mousetrap. And the sooner you do that, the better everything's going to be.
And 2 great reference books, Everybody is Sick and I Know Why, and Attempt to Cure with Holistic Medicine, both available at Dr. Glidden's site as well as on Amazon. Pete, I'd like to thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. Thank you, folks, for joining us today. Stop by OperationFreedomHealth.com. At least watch the video, and hopefully you'll get the foundation pack, and we'll put a booster rocket, if you will, underneath your own health and wellness. Thanks for joining us today. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.